Hello everybody, this is David Blair, the Crosshairs Trader. I quickly just want to review how I look at support and resistance. First of all, I do not make a trade based solely on whether or not a stock has hit an area we determine is support or resistance. In other words, just because a stock hits an area of support, say it's a moving average support or multiple chart support or a price support or a gap support or whatever the case may be, just because a stock or an ETF or whatever it is that I would trade hits a support area or a resistance area, depending upon which direction I'm trading, that doesn't give me a good enough reason to base a trade on. I will, however, add to a position when it hits resistance or support if I'm already in a position and it looks like it's holding that area and is continuing in my direction. But the way I look at support and resistance is I want the market or a particular stock to tell me that this is an area of support that's going to hold or an area of resistance that's going to hold, whatever the case may be. I personally do not have enough money to make the market move. I personally do not have enough money to confirm support or resistance. All I want is the market or the stock to tell me. Okay, so here's my example right quick. The market right now is hitting a potential area of resistance. I say potential because we don't know yet. Okay, so when I'm looking at let's just use the S&P futures for instance. The other indices and the NASDAQ futures are really about the same area right now, but we've got an area of potential resistance that comes from the one other chart that I look at, the weekly chart. Goes back to September, October of 08. Then our next level of resistance is about 1400, 1392. That goes back to April of 08. But right now we're at an area of potential resistance. So we go to our daily chart. Here's the area right here. What I want to see is I want the market to tell me, is this area a place of strong resistance to make the market move back down, or is this an area that we're just going to hold until there's a decision made by the bulls or the bears to either keep it going or reverse it? So that's scenario number 2, just a reversal. We hold here, then we have a decision, so we consolidate a little bit. Or are we simply going to break out here, come back and test, and then continue higher? I'm willing to wait a few days, this is a daily chart, for the market to tell me. I'm not going to just buy puts or sell short, whatever the case may be, the market or stocks that I may be looking at, simply because we've hit this area. I'm not going to go long or buy calls simply because I believe that the market ought to go higher. My belief does not matter. All that matters is what the chart's doing. So I sit here and I'll wait. I'll patiently wait. Crosshairs traders, we have focus, patience, and discipline. We have the discipline to stay out of the market. We have the discipline to be patient. We have the discipline to be focused. So we focus on the discipline, we focus on the patience, and with patience we develop discipline and focus. It all works together. So we simply wait. There are numerous trades that we're looking at for potential entry. I'll give you a couple of them. And on our webinar last night for Crosshairs members, we talked about a couple of them, such as WIN. WIN looks wonderful on a daily chart, looks wonderful on the weekly chart. Everything is lined up that we look for. We've even got a signal in my proprietary software, an intraday crosshair, that's telling us this has potential to be a good bullish trade. However, because the general market is in an area of resistance, and usually the general market is going to help determine where individual stocks are going to go. In other words, individual stocks will go 90% of the time, 90% of the stocks will go in the direction of the general market. I want to make sure that the general market is doing what I need it to do to help WIN move. Right now it's not there. Because it's not there, I'm willing to forego getting into this now, waiting to see if it consolidates here like the general market, comes back down, consolidates, then takes back off, or comes back and tests and takes off. Then I'll get into that trade. One more. Disney. DIS. The Crosshairs traders had traded this one back here. It went up to a resistance level, which we determined. It has hit it 3 times. Now it is breaking out, giving us a signal. However, because of the general market, we're going to wait, let this settle down, maybe come back and test. As long as it stays above this line, which will now color green, we are willing to patiently wait, stay focused and disciplined, and maybe get into that trade if the market reveals itself that it's going to continue to go up. When it does that, then we'll determine we have some high probability trades. Thank you very much for visiting me. Come back anytime. Contact me at david@crosshairstrader.com if you'd like more information about trading in the crosshairs. Have a wonderful day, both in and outside the charts.